movie came out in the summer of 1994. I saw it then. I didn't like it. I gave it a chance a year later on pay-per-view. I didn't like it then. And now I'm giving it a third try. Is the third time a charm? Hell no. This movie is horrible. I literally was like, I don't know why I'm watching it. So the movie starts out, you got Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy. They're like spying on this chop shop, and they're like, should we bring SWAT? Should we bring SWAT? No, let's not bring SWAT. Let's take this on our own. Dumb move, Axel. Dumb move. Anyways, you're in the chop shop, and you're introduced to a bunch of bad guys, and then they randomly start dancing.
I've been crying, ooh, 'cause I'm lonely.
And this is really awkward. I'm like, are we supposed to laugh at these like weird characters dancing? I don't know. It's not funny at all. And then you're introduced to the main villain who drives up, and he's this like basic villain, but he's really boring. He's not good at all either. He shoots a bunch of those guys, and then Axel Foley comes in, and of course Axel Foley's boss comes in and like takes out one of the guys too, and he gets shot. So of course Axel Foley has to get revenge on the guys who shot his boss, right? They got some evidence, and there's some amusement park in Los Angeles that it's kind of like a Six Flags type park. He has to go back to Beverly Hills. All right, here we are. We're back in Beverly Hills.
My name's Axel Foley. I'm looking for...
Hello, welcome to the Beverly Hills Police Department. To continue this message in English, press £1.
This movie feels very forced. The comic timing isn't there. The first one was hilarious. The action was just okay, but the first one was just so funny, and Eddie Murphy was so charismatic in it that he just steals the show. I love it. Second one was directed by Tony Scott, and that one just has such visual flair, and it still has a lot of the comic humor too. I still love Beverly Hills Cop 2. This one just feels off. This one was directed by John Landis, and you would think you're like, okay, we're in good hands here. We got Coming to America. We got Trading Places director. We're good. No, this is just, everything just feels off about this movie. I feel like even the cinematography, I feel like a Lifetime movie. Like it feels like it was shot for television. It's really boring. Eddie Murphy's back in Beverly Hills. He meets up with Judge Reinhold, and you know who's really missing in this movie is this guy. I forgot his name right now offhand. He was such a great part of the last two movies, and he's truly missed in this. They kind of brought in another character, but he doesn't stand a chance to the other guy. Also, what's missing is the score. The last two movies had such a great soundtrack and theme, and I mean, this theme is amazing, and then all of a sudden you take that away and you got, I mean, they use the theme in this movie, but it's not up to par to the first two movies. Axel Foley and Judge Reinhold's character, they meet up, and you know, they start going to the park and trying to figure out the seeds of who killed his boss and what's going on, etc., etc. And it's just a typical crime action movie. There's a funny cameo by Bronson Pinchot, who was so good in the first movie. And he comes back in this, and I guess he was a art gallery dealer in the first one, and now, this is kind of funny because they kind of made his character like Q in James Bond, right? Like, Bronson Pinchot's character now randomly sells guns. He was an art dealer before, and now he's selling guns at like some convention, and he gives Axel Foley and Judge Reinhold the weapons that they'll end up using in the future. Of course, we had to add the Q character. Okay, I get that.
For when you're shining on Tennessee.
This movie just is not funny, and Eddie Murphy just feels very desperate. It's probably around the time when his career was not where it was, and this just does not feel right. The timing, the action beats, the comedy, just, it feels very forced. I was not laughing. I could watch the first one or the second one and laugh and have a good time. This one, I just feel like, it's just cringeworthy. I don't have a lot of good things to say about this movie. I've seen this 3 times now, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again. It's just bad. As of recording this, I hear they keep trying to redo the franchise, and I just say, like, don't put Landis in direction, and Eddie, like, you gotta do something like Bad Boys for Life did. Like, just make it fresh and original. Like, whatever you guys did in part 3, do not do it in this movie. This is horrible. This and Jaws 4, I think, are the 2 worst movies I've reviewed so far. But at least Jaws 4 was kind of fun.